Welcome back, true believers, to another Spider-Man PS4 related video, and today is a very interesting video that I was inspired to do from one of our fellow true believers named ISK Clan, or ISK Clan. He or she says a really interesting comment in the last video that I just made. What will the story be in Spider-Man PS4? He or she left a comment stating that he or she does not want to have a character from the comics be Peter's love interest in the game. He or she thinks that it would be a very, very, very cool thing to have new characters be introduced in the game just because it's Insomniac's game and it's not a movie tie-in game. And that is a really interesting idea, ISK Clan, or ISK Clan. It's interesting because, as you're seeing right here, this was from the Amazing Spider-Man 1 game, and that right there on the left is reporter Whitney Chang, and wait a minute, Whitney Chang is not a character from the comics. What do you know? It's a brand new character from Spider-Man, and it's awesome. And it's even more awesome considering that this is a quote-unquote movie tie-in game. Now, the reason why I say quote-unquote is because, yes, it is related to the Amazing Spider-Man movies, because right there it's the Amazing Spider-Man costume, and it's technically in that universe, quote-unquote, again. But the cool thing about this game, even though it was a movie tie-in game, it was an epilogue to the movie. Whereas the Amazing Spider-Man 2 game was a movie tie-in game, where it's like it was supposed to try and follow the story of this game while also tying into the Amazing Spider-Man 2 movie. But Beanox took it upon themselves, and even Marvel said it was okay, that they could do an epilogue to the movie and try and do their own story. So even though this is related to the movie of The Amazing Spider-Man 1, it is their own original story put into this game, with only using the Lizard as the main villain from the Amazing Spider-Man movie, but then the other main villain in this game was Alistair Smythe. And it was a really cool dynamic between Alistair Smythe and Peter Parker, Spider-Man, in this game, and it was really cool since even though it was a movie tie-in game, it still had original plot points, original story elements, and original characters like Whitney Chang. And what ISK Clan said, or what ISK Clan said, is that he or she does not want to see Peter be with a character that we have seen multiple times in previous Spider-Man comics, games, movies, all that. So it's like he or she doesn't want to go see Mary Jane with Peter, or Gwen Stacy with Peter, or Betty Brant with Peter. It would be cool if he or she wanted to see a new character be implemented in the story. And that's a really good idea because of how this dynamic worked between Spider-Man and Whitney Chang in the Amazing Spider-Man game, and I really liked her in that game. She was a really fun character to try and get to interact with. She also helped you on certain missions. She even helps you near the end of the game, where you're trying to go fight the final robot in the city and also try and take out the Lizard. You have to do photo missions related to her, and also help her out with her discoveries, I should say, of the espionage going on in Oscorp Industries, and she was in the majority of the game, more than Gwen Stacy, actually, and it was a really cool dynamic seeing a brand new character be introduced in the Spider-Man universe and in this game. And with Spider-Man PS4, I think they could do the same thing. One, because it's an original Spider-Man game, it's not a movie tie-in game, so Insomniac has 100% freedom, and you can see that with the design of the suit, you can see that with the way that Spider-Man is swinging and fighting everybody. It would be also, you can see it if they used original characters that related to Peter Parker and Spider-Man. Like Whitney Chang, like not a love interest. Whitney Chang was a supporting character, so either if that's a supporting character that they decide to add into this game, or a love interest that they decide to work with Peter, or even if it is a villain, a brand new villain, that would be really cool to see be in this game. Kind of like Vermin, even though Vermin is an original Spider-Man villain. He was only in, Kraven's Last Hunt, and that was the only time that we ever saw him. And then Beanox decided to take the really obscure villain of Vermin and put him in their game of The Amazing Spider-Man 1, and it was a really cool addition of that game. And it's even better since, also, if you have played the Ratchet & Clank game on the PS4, that is not a remastered of the original Ratchet & Clank. It's like a brand new experience with, it retells the same story of the first game, but it is also tied into the new movie, which the movie was based on the game, and in the movie, they introduced brand new characters into the story of Ratchet & Clank, and those characters also played a big role in the game of Ratchet & Clank, which was great. I forget what their names are. It's like Brax and the female character that was also part of the Galactic Rangers. Those two Rangers were new characters. Same thing with Grim from your garage on Veldin. The purple guy, he and the purple guy's brother on Pokotaru on the beach planet, those were brand new characters as well. And see, Insomniac can update their old games and make them into a completely new experience. And with a character like Spider-Man, it'd be a very interesting dynamic to see that be played out on a game. It would be great to see Mary Jane. Don't get me wrong, and same thing with Gwen Stacy. She's alive. But also, if they were to introduce brand new characters like Whitney Chang, and even in a movie tie-in game like The Amazing Spider-Man 1, if we were to see that in Spider-Man PS4, I would love to see what Insomniac could come up with, what type of ideas they could have for a character, maybe if it's a guy or a girl, maybe if it's someone who even is a superhero or a supervillain. We have no idea, but Insomniac has stated that they have total freedom. They have absolute 100% freedom to do whatever the heck they want in this game. And again, like I just said, that can be seen in the suit, that can be seen in the way he's fighting, the way he's swinging, the way he's talking, the way that you're seeing everything else be played out in that trailer. It's just really cool to see a brand new Spider-Man experience that's fresh, and hopefully we can get characters that are fresh within the Spider-Man lore as well. And thank you all so much for watching, True Believers. Tune in next time for more Spider-Man PS4 related videos. Peace out.